Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to Yorkshire Media One. I am Mark, your host, your presenter, whatever you want me to be. Yes, I am cheaper and better than the BBC. So, what are we talking about today? Well, this is Mark's Sunday talk, and I thought we'll talk, a little bit about something what's a little bit more serious. Now, I have been asked, is 15-minute cities real, or is it just a conspiracy theory? Well, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. As far as I'm concerned, 15-minute cities can be real because of the C40 cities. If you go on Google and you put in C40 cities global partners, you'll see everything what you need to see. With Sadiq Khan being the head of it, if you know what I mean, with mayors across the UK and around the world globally. So, what is thing? We know Oxford's going to have a climate lockdown in 2024. It says it's not, but it is. And what is the Oxford Zones plan for 2024? So this is what the Oxford Zones plan is for 2024. The plan, which will see traffic filters installed on 6 roads as part of a 6.5 million trial, is set to commence in 2024. Under these new filters, residents will be able to drive freely around their own neighbourhood, but will be fined up to £70 for driving it into other neighbourhoods through the filters. So that's what a 15-minute city is. It's restricting you. Yeah, you can drive around freely your own neighbourhood, but you go into another neighbourhood, 70 quid fine. That's what that says. What is the so it's the idea that town or a city can be designed so that pretty much all the stuff you need in your daily life is no more than 15 minutes walk or cycle away. In other words, all your work, shopping and education, healthcare and leisure needs will be near you where you live. This is absolute rubbish, you know what I mean? That's what they call a 15-minute city. Well, a 15-minute city to me, and it most probably is, on paper, it looks like it'll work, but in reality, it won't work. In reality, it's restricting movement. It's literally restricting movement, and that's what they want to do. They want to be able to control us. So you walk round your own neighbourhood, but as soon as you come out your neighbourhood and go into another neighbourhood, you get fined. That's restriction. That is restricting your movements. You know what I mean? What is the climate scheme for Oxford? Well, Oxford has a goal to achieve net zero carbon emissions across the city as a whole by the year 25, 10 years ahead of the legal deadline set by the government of Oxford City Councils in one of 30 councils that have been successful in the Net Zero Living Programme fund from Innovate UK. Well, that's a load of rubbish, isn't it? Because we all know that you can't go to net zero. You cannot get net zero is a pipe dream. It will never happen. If we did go net zero in the UK, that's only 1% of the world. That's not good enough. Net zero is a pipe dream. It will never happen. You'll never go carbon free, because if you did, life on Earth would cease to exist. So you can see where this is going. You know what I mean? What is the Oxford Travel Restriction Plan? About the Central of Oxford Travel Plan, COTP, reducing 1 in 4 car trips by 2030, delivering a net zero transport network by 2024, and having a zero or as close as possible road facilities or life-changing injuries. So there you go. They are coming for your car. They're wanting all transport to be off at road, except for public transport. Once we all get onto public transport and start using public transport, prices will go up in any case. So net zero transport, well, that'll never happen. You can never have a net zero transport. No, not even an electric car is net zero transport. Yeah, they're just talking rubbish. It's absolute crap, you know what I mean? But this is what people have asked me, you know what I mean? People say, is Oxford going to have zones? Oxford Zero Emission pilot to launch at 28th of February 2022, Britain's first zero emissions. So ZES will be begin in Oxford in 28th of February 2022. So they have got that right now. Why East Oxford is one of the best places to live now. What is controlled zone in Oxford? What are the 15-minute city rules? Here we go. Meaning residents should have within a 15-minute journey via foot, cycle or other mobility aid for their home, living, working, commence, healthcare, education, entertainment and parks and green spaces. So all this is supposed to be 15 minutes walk. It's a lot of crap. It is. And that's all, that's all I could find on it. But yeah, 15-minute cities can become real, and I think they will become real, especially under Conservative or Labour government, and this is why you don't trust either of them. You know what I mean? I do applaud Rishi Sunak. I do praise him for one thing. He has extended the 2030 to 2035 for petrol and diesel, but he needs to extend it again and again and again, obviously. And I also do clap him for giving new licenses to deep sea drilling and for our own oil and fracking for our own gas. This is what needs to happen. We need to be independent, away from other people, i.e. Russia and things like that. And if you look what's happening in the news with Israel and Palestine, Palestine has invaded Israel, and all hell is breaking loose. So, and even the Iranian parliament are celebrating this fact. I mean, it's disgusting. It's wrong. We all know that. Israel's government is not that clever, but they should retaliate and fight back. Basically, I wouldn't advise this government to get involved in that. You know what I mean? We're involved with too much already. We have to look after our own country. That's how I see it. So 15-minute cities, well, that's the ideal. So everything is 15 minutes away from you and things like that. But in the reality is, and this is the reality, and this is what else I've read online, is when the 15-minute cities are created, you have to register your car with your local council. Even though it's registered with DVLA, it would have to be registered with your local council as well. So you can have a black box fitted, and so they can keep an eye on you where you are going, and so you can get fined if you go out to your neighbourhood. If that isn't control of people, then I don't know what is. You know what I mean? I really don't. So, on paper, it sounds good. Now, this is what else I found out as well. This is what Sadiq Khan has said, and Sadiq Khan is all about 15-minute cities. Now, Sadiq Khan says, we'd all have to go vegetarian because meat won't be available. If you want meat, you'd have to have lab-grown meat. You would only be able to buy free outfits of clothing per year. I mean, you can see where this is going. This is all restriction on you, and we will be slowly turning into a communist, a police state, a communist country. Now, a lot of people say, "Well, you're talking rubbish." Not really. This will happen. Oh, this can happen if we let it happen. But at the moment, people are letting this happen. I mean, don't forget, Khan got voted back in. Is he going to get voted back in this time? I don't think so. But unfortunately, I don't think Howard Cox will get voted in as Mayor of London as well. He said he stopped all of the ULEZ, and I don't think that will happen. I think what will happen is Susan Hall will become London Mayor of London, Mayor of London, and she'll only stop the expansion of ULEZ. She'll take that away, but she says she'll keep up the cameras. So, the Conservatives have got the same idea. Rishi Sunak's got the same idea of doing what Khan's doing. If Labour does become our new government, which would be it would be devastating for this country if that really happened, because Labour would restrict you completely. ULEZ would be completely all over the UK. Pound per mile would be rushed in. and things like that, where you pay per mile and things like all that would be rushed in, and all that is to get you not to, pack what you can and forget about it. Basically, that's the whole idea. It's a war on the motorist. It's a war on the poor, not the rich. Only the rich will be allowed to drive, and only the rich can afford pound per mile. Put it that way, and that's what's happening. Yeah, I mean, because they want rid of all the oil and that. Well, I think it's absolutely rubbish. If you get rid of all the oil, products what are made from oil, because you do get byproduct from oil like plastics and things like that. If all that goes, you won't have any plastic or oil or anything like that. We won't have any baby oil to cleanse our skin or all like that. So all this, just stop oil. And they're talking rubbish, and so is the government, and so is Labour Party. They completely. I mean, so a Labour Party government would be a disaster for this country. For one, NHS would disappear. For two, all your freedom would disappear. Freedom of speech would go, and everything like that. I mean, and so this is what we've got to watch out for in the next general election. So be aware, 15-minute cities could happen, and no, it's not a conspiracy theory, neither it is the truth. And the truth is, it's all on paper. Like I said, Google it. All you got to do is Google C14 Cities Global Partners, and you'll see for yourself what they have laid out and what they are intending to do, or what they want to do. Don't forget, it hasn't happened yet, but it could happen. I mean, we all got told this year that Oxford will be going into a climate lockdown. Well, it is. They say it's not, but it is. That still stands. You can dress it up all you want, 15-minute cities or whatever. It's still a climate lockdown where you're restricted of movement. So you drive around your own neighbourhood. If you go out of that neighbourhood, you get fined £70. That is control. And if people say to me, it's not, well, yes it is. That is controlling you not to go out of your neighbourhood. They want it, So in other words, all the councils in the UK want to ghettoise where we live, basically. And things like that, And nasty things can happen, and nasty things will happen if they get away with this. And this is why I talk about it. I try and get it out there as much as I can over 15-minute cities. But it's up to other people to do your research like I've done. Do your own research and see what you really think. I mean, like I say, C40 cities. A lot of people say, well, what is C40 cities? I've never heard of it. Well, if you've never heard of it, then you've been asleep for the last 5 years, haven't you? Because C40 cities is shared. Is shared. It's part of the 15-minute city, and it's all about controlling human beings, telling them where they can and can't go, and that's what will happen. That's why cameras are going up. That's why you're getting cameras what can read you. They read your face and things like that. Face recognition cameras. That's why they're doing it. I mean, so they can collect information on you, spy on you, and things like that. The whole idea of the cameras in the first place, like CCTV, was to fight serious crime, to collect information on crime. Now they're wanting to collect information on you, us, citizens who haven't committed any crime at all. The whole idea of collecting this information on you and making sure that you're doing the right thing by tracking you, by things like that, is basically to take your freedom away, and also to sell your information to the highest bidder. So you yourself will become a commodity, and that's what will happen. I mean, and people say, oh, no, it won't happen. Well, it will, because bit by bit, over the past 5 years, it's been fed into the system. So things are coming. The only reason why they want digital currency, because they can control it. They can't control. Cash is king. We all know this, and you must say this. Cash is king, and we need to keep physical cash. We can't let it go digital, because if we do, the government will have control, and they're there to tell you. You'll be asked questions. Why? Why do you want this money? Well, I want it so I can buy food. Well, you can have £10, so you can buy a week shopping with 10 quid, something like that. That will control. All will say, oh, no, you can't do that. And it's same with your local council. When you have to register your car, they'll give you what I would call tickets, so you can, so you can go around for 100 days in your own neighbourhood. Now, if you've got a family of say 2, that's cut down to 50 days. You know what I mean? So it's all cut down, and the more in your family, because you only get one set of tokens, which will be for 100 days. As we all know, we've got 365 days in a year. So you can see where this is. This is all about control. So once them tickets are run out, you have to then say, oh, ring your local council and say, well, I'm working tonight. You've got to ask permission to go to work. So I'm working tonight. Is it okay to go to work? If they say no, oh no, you have to ring your employer. We are refusing you permission to go to work, and that can happen as well. And that's about control as well. And believe you me, this is what they've got planned. I'm telling you, do your research, and you'll come up with the same ideas and the same answers as I did. Yeah, this is all planned. They don't tell you this, by the way, but it is. You've got to be able to read in between the lines. And it's just not me being paranoid. A lot of people, have cottoned on to this. And that's what they're planning to do with C15 cities. 15-minute cities, C40 cities, Sadiq Khan will be in charge. Well, he won't be if you don't get voted in. But, the whole thing, since this has all happened since 2020. Yeah, I mean, since 2020, since all that's happened, since everybody's been getting poorly and things like that, they've been feeding this in. The parliamentarians, as you can call it, are wanting more power away from us, and this is what they're doing. It is a war on the motorists as well, with the cars and the ULEZ and all that, but it's also a war on the UK citizens by our own government. Saying, well, we want to restrict people. In reality, and in legalities, it's against the law. They cannot really do this. They would be breaking so many laws. For one, they'll be breaking your own human rights, which we still are a member of the European Human Rights Court and things like. So they'll be breaking your own human rights and everything. There is a couple of things. What you are when you're born, you're given freedom to do what you want, freedom to travel wherever you want, unrestricted travel, and as long as you don't break the law, you can do whatever you want. You've got the freedom to do whatever you want, as long as you don't break that law and things like that. And that's in an amendment years and years and years ago. So you've got to think of this as well and things like that. So they're not allowed to restrict travel. And people haven't cottoned on to this. I'm surprised no solicitor or barrister has cottoned on to this and advised people that the government are wrong, which they are. In my opinion, they are definitely wrong. So that's a little bit about 15-minute cities. That's what's going to happen. And yes, it is restriction of movement. When will it happen? Well, Oxford, it's going to happen in 2024, as far as I know. That is still planned to go ahead, unless they pull the plug. Now, that is possible. They could pull back from this and say, oh, no, we're not doing it. But if they do it, then all hell's going to break loose. Someone told me that, 20 mile an hour restriction in Wales will never happen. Well, it did happen, didn't it? And it has happened. And also, Sadiq Khan has openly said that he will be introducing a 20 mile an hour zone in central London before end of this year. And things like that, you know what I mean? And let's face it, you've got to think who you vote for. Do you vote for the Tories or do you vote for Labour? If you're voting for Labour, then you're voting for a racist party. You're voting for a party who is openly racist and things like that. I'm saying with the Conservatives, so who are you going to vote for? I mean, I vote for neither of them. You know what I mean? There is more than one. There's more than 2 parties who you can vote for and things like that. And you know what I mean? And, Reform UK is one of them. They're not even in Parliament at this moment in time. So it is what it is. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like the video. Please Please subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell icon, hit all. That will let you know when I'm uploading another video. Also, please share the video to your friends and your family and to other social media like Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook and Bing. And also, use the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now. Catch you all later. Bye.